I also see that you have been posting, so yay, good for
I
you.
know, I saw that you saw.
How has
Yeah.
that been going? How has it been making videos daily and posting daily?
It's going good. I just feel like it's taking more time. But I think as time goes on, like it'll take less time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You're just starting. So that's fantastic to hear that you're actually, putting thought and doing some research behind it. Have you been posting every day or?
Yeah, I have. Like since we met. And yesterday I posted twice. But yesterday wasn't actually UGC stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, like I was like, no, I want to just share that I'm like starting to work out. So I made like a little vlog and then like just a recording of me talking. So I posted twice. And that was like easy. Like it was easier because it was just like more on the fly.
Yeah.
But I did record a video yesterday. I just have to like edit it for today.
And I think that's amazing. Like I also encourage, post whatever, you want because that'll get you more comfortable with posting in general. And, it shows practice for like the organic stuff because there are some brands that want organic videos. So it's good to have a mix of, not just UGC, but also organic in there.
I saw you went to Disney, by the way.
Yeah, I did.
How was it?
It was super fun. It's always super fun. Yeah.
It was for your birthday, right?
Yeah, it's always busy. I feel like there's like no downtime anymore. But yeah. So today let's cover, what do you want to do you have anything you want to cover in particular?
Well, I have a couple questions. Okay, so I've been posting a lot to TikTok, but I haven't posted to like Twitter at all. I feel like I kind of like put it on the back burner for now. I was like only on Twitter, now I'm like only on TikTok. And today I was just trying to upload like one of the ads that I really liked that I made last week. But when I try, it has no audio. Has that been happening to you on Twitter?
No.
It's so weird. Like I'll have it saved on my phone, like in my camera, like my photo gallery, and it has audio. And then I select it to like upload it to Twitter, and then it has no audio.
That's not good.
I don't know if I'm user error on my part, but
I don't know. I think you can post it through the desktop also. So you may want to try doing it like that. But okay. I will recommend to definitely post those videos on Twitter also. Like, yeah, it's just a quick thing, like to switch it over. Like Twitter, you don't even need to think about it. Just be like, hey, this is a UGC video that I made. And, here it goes. Someone here said, she said that it happens to her too. If you put your phone on silent off, it's going to have the audio. Oh, so maybe it's just because you have the phone off. Thank you.
Okay, I'll take it off silent. Thank you. I'll try that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, definitely post. I think posting to Twitter, is going to get you traction faster than TikTok because I do get some inbounds from TikTok, most of them from Twitter, and some of them from Instagram. So, okay. You would even try putting them on there.
I think in my head, I was like, let me wait and like see how they do on TikTok first and like be able to like say, oh, like this worked really well. But now I think it's been a couple days and like my views are like not that great on TikTok. It's like 200 to 800. Yeah. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm going to start posting them on Twitter as well. Like,
yeah, you don't even need to justify it. Just post it. That way people know what you're doing. And then just put the hashtag like UGC. I know. It's a mental thing. Break that wall down. Break it down. Break it down. Just post it. Just post the damn thing. Yeah. I need to make just post it. Like Daiki, just do it. Just post it.
Yes, I know. I'm going to thank you to the person who told me to take my phone off silent because now I know I can post it. Another question I had was like when I'm doing like product research, like what I've been doing is like kind of just really going on their website and like reading how they promote the product and like the verbiage they use. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is, kind of what they're putting out there. But I know that you also say like, look for what they're not doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to then say, like, if I were to pitch them and say, oh, I noticed you have like, I don't know, this great product or your bestseller, but it doesn't have. So I guess I've been kind of like, how do I do that? Like, how do I find what they don't have?
Yeah. So that takes like a bit more just kind of comparison. That takes a lot. I feel like it takes a lot more work. You're going to have to go and compare like with other brands and see what's working to other brands that are similar to that one and be like, hey, so, like you know, your bestseller is like a, you know, moisturizer or whatever. This other brand has a moisturizer and this is really working for them as well. Or I've seen this work really well in the beauty niche, like, you know, Day in My Life or whatever kind of video, and pitch it to them. But something easier that I would suggest looking at is reading their reviews. Read the reviews that people leave of the product. Read the comments that they leave on their social medias. And if they have an Amazon, go check what people say on Amazon, because they're savage on Amazon, and they'll be really honest about things. So you can use the words that the people are using in the reviews in your videos, because it's going to connect with the audience, because those are already the words that they're using. You can also try something like Reddit. Like you can go into Reddit and like type in the name. If it's a known brand, it's an unknown brand. I've seen like some that I'm like, what is this? And I've gone into Reddit and typed it in, and people know about it. And then you can even get angles from that. Like it's
yeah. So like, how, if I go into Amazon and I see the reviews, right? Like, how do I use those words in a video?
Yeah, let's go through it real quick. I'm just going to share the whole thing wherever it is. Okay. So let's go into Amazon. And like for what? For example, what?
Let's do water bottles.
Water bottles. Water bottles. Let's do something that somebody kind of knows. Like, here we go. Owala, let's say. Alrighty, so we go in and they got a whole bunch of reviews that are awesome. So,
yeah,
so kind of you want to
bestseller.
Yeah, you want to see like what problems that this is solving for them. So let's see. Let's see. Here we go. Drink more water. It has 2-in-1 function. You have a straw or you can gulp. That's one thing that this person liked. I'm a collector, caught my eye, easy to drink from. So that's kind of similar to the 2-in-1. Here we go, durable. I enjoy the spout. So that's already, you see the first three reviews all mentioned that they like that they can drink from this in like a unique way. So that could be a point that you touch on, or even a point that you said, people like, hey, the 2-in-1 spout is really unique. Your reviewers on Amazon are absolutely loving it, and I haven't seen that you've done an angle like this. Like, you should definitely, or I could do an angle like this, or you can even do the video with that angle and be like, this is something I saw through your Amazon reviews. People are really loving this, and you're not playing it up as much as you should. And then it's like, hey, she did her research. She's looking at the brand and all that kind of stuff. So it helps you stand out.
Okay, so you basically could say, hey, I was, looking through the reviews, and I saw like lots of people mention this, like maybe the spout thing, right? The spout, and it's easy to drink from. And like, would I say I don't see it used on your socials? Is that kind of like
I mean,
a
you could
negative
say,
thing?
I mean, yeah,
Or I could say I could use this, like incorporate it in a video for you guys, since a lot of the like comments said that they liked it. Right. And this is like an angle I could do for you. Exactly. And like not make it like a negative thing.
Exactly. Yes. That's what I was gonna say. I think this would be a really strong angle for you to use. I can make a video around it, and you can even toss out like what the idea is. Like, at my workout, I recently started working out at the gym. This would be easy to use at the gym. Sip it or gulp it, depending what you like, right? And then you can just toss that idea out there, and boom, like you've got an angle. You've done a little bit of research, and it really didn't even take that much, effort. Versus trying to give them a whole new angle. I mean, it is technically a new angle, but a whole new angle is a lot harder, because you'd go into like competitor research, and that's
so I could, for example, like for that water bottle, like go into like look up the brand name, or like even the Amazon host, like the Amazon seller.
Yeah.
Maybe would that be better, like Amazon seller directly?
Yeah. So you're saying like to reach out to them?
Right.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to touch on today. So let's look at this one. So to reach out on Amazon, you don't want to do it through Amazon, because, I mean, a lot of people do, but like they can kick you out of Amazon for it. Yeah, because it's technically like soliciting, so you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So you go into their store, and sometimes, here we go, they have a Facebook. Perfect. So you can go into Facebook, or maybe they have a Twitter. they have a Twitter, you can connect into their Twitter. Oh my God, you're not letting me. Okay. Well, really what I would do is just Google it, because most of the times these stores have the stores that are on Amazon have a store themselves. So you could just say Awala water bottle. And then here you go. Awala Life. Sip free water bottle.
Awala Life.
Yeah.
I want to be about that Awala Life.
There you go. Exactly. And then you can go here and you can go all the way down, and you have usually a contact, but you also have like ambassador program. That would be a good way to go. Let's see, about us, intellectual property.
So you would say like click on the ambassador program as opposed to like the social medias they have linked there? Well,
that's what I was gonna say. Next, you can go into their Instagram and you can always follow them. Follow and message them. Okay, I can't sign in because I'm not signed in here, but you message them something like, hey, and then you can either do your pitch on message, but what I usually find works best is I have like a really quick introduction, like, hey, I'm a UGC creator. I love the Awala water bottle. I have an idea to pitch. You might want to put it down real quick. Can you give me the email of the person that I need to work with? Essentially, like, can you give me the social media manager's email, or can you give me the brand partnerships email, so I can send them, an email, essentially.
Okay. An ambassador program, like, what? Like, is that being a UGC creator, or is that something different?
So it depends. Usually the ambassador program means that, let me stop sharing. Usually the ambassador program means that you get like a code, a discount code or something, or they'll send you the water bottle for free. You get a discount code and then you just post it. And if people buy it, you get a percentage of it. So it's kind of like being an affiliate.
Yeah.
It's like being an affiliate.
Right.
I do it with like 3 or 4 brands. I have like 4 brands that I do that with that I absolutely love that I'm going to buy anyway. So I get a discount code every month for stuff for myself. And if anybody buys from it, cool, I get extra points for that. You won't necessarily or actually that's not true. One of them is a matcha brand that I really love. I started with them like way back when I started last year. And I started as an ambassador, and they, I would tag them every time that I posted a video for them. And in the end, they invited me to do a paid video with them. So it can lead to a partnership if you are, if you are good about it. Like if you consistently post. And I think if you really love it too, like that's why I say for ambassador programs, like don't do it unless you really love the product. And like it doesn't feel like a stretch to sell it.
Right. Okay, gotcha. So ambassador program, I wouldn't like reach out to that contact to like ask about UGC, because that's just an ambassador program.
I mean, you can still pitch it. You could still become an ambassador, and then you can still pitch it. Like that's even better because you build a relationship with the brand or with whoever. They're an ambassador. The ambassador people are on the social media side as well, so you build a relationship with them and eventually be like, hey, look, I'm a UGC creator and I do this I do this for a living. Would you like to, I don't know, like partner or something like that? And most of the time they'll say either no, sometimes they'll say they'll put you on your PR list. And then a couple of times they've said yes. So because you're already invested in the brand and they like to see that. It's easier to make videos like if you already know the product. So
yeah. Okay.
So ambassadors, save them for like ambassadors, affiliates, those kinds of stuff, save them for brands that you really like.
Okay. Will do.
But yeah, so that's how you do on Amazon. You would find the shop, and they don't usually, like if it's somebody that you really, no, they don't. I would say to send them a message to Amazon, but don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Be responsible for you losing your Amazon account. Just Google them. They will have a store. And if they don't have a store outside of Amazon, then it means that they're probably like an FBA store and that's all they do. So maybe they don't necessarily want.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, usually they have a store. I don't think I've found a brand that I wanted to work with that didn't have a store outside of Amazon that I could contact them on.
Oh, I did want to share that one of the videos I made last week, the brand, I tagged the brand like you told me to, and the brand actually like commented and they were like, girl, this was fire. We love the video. Like, keep an eye out in your DMs. And I was like, oh my gosh. But they haven't DM'd me. So I'm like, all right, I'm not going to be intense. So.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
DM them and tell them, hey, you're all right, you guys send a message. Somebody sent a message. Your social media manager sent me a message about a potential partnership, and I would be really excited to explore, the options. I love your product. I already made the video. Retag the video. Yeah, send it out. They just gave you the green light.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, could this be it? And then I've been like waiting for their message.
Yeah, no, do not go after it.
Okay.
And you can totally even do the same thing of like looking for the email on their website, like if they have like a partnerships email or whatever, and send it over to them like that, because you don't want to be waiting around. Don't be waiting around. They're gonna forget. Like, honestly, they're probably gonna forget because they just get hundreds of videos, hundreds of tags, hundreds of DMs. I mean, maybe they do have a list, but you're probably at the bottom of the list and they have to go over everybody. So just show the initiative.
I'm gonna bump myself up.
Exactly.
Bump it up.
There you go. Do it.
Okay, good. I'm glad I asked.
Tagging people, yes, tag brands. And even if they just comment like anything, like it means they saw it. So it's kind of like a green light for you to go pitch. Like,
yeah. Okay, I'm excited.
Yay, exciting. I was also wanted to show so pitching in DMs. Have you done any pitching?
Not really in the past week because I've been focused on like creating videos, and I was like, maybe I should do that more because I'm like showing, like I'm actually creating videos and that's what they want to see. I haven't, not in the past week, but the lady that I told you about last week, she did put me on her PR list because I followed what you like said I should respond.
Good.
But that's about it so far.
Okay, good. So I honestly, I never was really good at pitching. Like, like I just didn't like doing it. I don't like doing it still.
Yeah.
So the way to get inbounds and work purely off inbounds, that's what I do. Just post videos. Like, and it literally took like maybe 2, 3, even a month of constantly posting my videos to start getting inbounds. But once they start coming and once you start like building that confidence with working with a brand, like it becomes really easy. And if you can work just off inbounds, that's going to take so much off your plate because you can just pitch to brands that you really want to work with. So posting your videos is going to get you there. I promise. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I like making videos, so hopefully but also I think on Twitter, like you said, I think I'll probably have a better chance because I feel like TikTok is just it's like a huge ocean.
Yeah.
And Twitter is big too, but it's not like
the community is more I feel like it's more contained, I guess if you want to say it, on there. And if you're a UGC creator, like you can see a bunch more opportunities. People tend to post for opportunities on there and they look for people to create on there. So I would definitely get on Twitter and post on Twitter. That's what I did. Like at the beginning, it was just Twitter. Like I didn't even have an Instagram or a TikTok or anything. So yeah, get on Twitter, post on Twitter. I promise you, you're going to get you're going to get an inbound. I swear.
I honestly, I can feel it. Today I was like, I feel like I'm going to get something soon. Just a feeling.
Yeah, I promise. And you're constantly working on it too. So like just the fact that you are actually, practicing and like doing it, like you get into this rhythm and it's going to boost your confidence. It's going to make you more seen and you need to post. Yeah. So, all right. So I was talking about like where to find brands to pitch to if you do want to pitch, because pitching is not, I mean, it's not bad. I know a lot of people that do really well on it. But actually, I was going to mention, did you ever consider like opening a Fiverr or an Upwork?
So when I first made my portfolio, like I made both a Fiverr and an Upwork, and I've just kind of abandoned them.
Yeah.
Because it's just so many platforms, and I was like, I can't do all of it. So I was like, let me focus on maybe getting inbounds instead. So I kind of haven't done anything with it. But
so I agree. If you're gonna focus, or you have like just the bandwidth to focus on something, focus on creating videos and posting on your own platforms. That's going to be the way to go. But if you have another, if you have like an hour or so, maybe like a day, not even like 30 minutes to dedicate to it, I would go into Fiverr and just kind of like start applying, not Fiverr, Upwork. I don't like Fiverr. There's nothing wrong
Yeah,
with
I like Upwork more too. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the platform. It's more user friendly.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either. Fiverr is not my friend, but
Yeah.
Upwork, go in there and start like applying to jobs. Like you don't even really need to like go crazy with it. Like just use whatever free credits they give you, and then I think it's like every week or every month, I don't remember, they renew the credit, and just apply for them. Like it's not a big deal. But I will show you. Go ahead.
Okay. For removing watermarks from TikTok videos, I've heard of Snaptic. I tried to use it just now, but it was prompting me to pay.
No, then you're not using the right thing.
Oh, maybe I picked the wrong one.
Let me see. It should be like just Snaptic.app. Snaptic app. Yeah.
Wait, let me
Right
see
here.
what the logo looks like. Oh, it's on like desktop. Okay. Oh,
I mean, you can.
app. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I don't use the app. I don't know if they have an app. They do have an app. I don't use it. I always do it on my desktop anyway, just because.
Oh.
Oh, no, that's not true. I do it in my browser in my phone. I've never downloaded the app. So when I do it, it's in my browser in my phone instead of downloading the app. Yeah. Just in case they do charge you. I think they charge for like HD, the high def version. But to circumvent that, just download the regular one and then put it into CapCut and download it high quality.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it on desktop.
Yeah, when you do it on desktop, it won't charge you anything, like the browser. That's to repost, right? You're gonna repost on.
Yeah, it was because I made a video on I've been honestly a little confused lately between like what I can and can't do on CapCut versus TikTok, because I like imported the TikTok font on CapCut so I can caption. But if I ever wanted to use more than one type of font, style, or color, then I'm like, okay, I should just do all of that on TikTok, because I tried doing it half and half and it just messed with the video. What was the other thing? The audio. If you create a video like just on your phone, you can't use like those weird TikTok voices on TikTok after, because it says that it had to be like filmed within TikTok. And I was like, oh, that's annoying, because there was a video I made last week that I'm like, I made it with my voice. I'm like, oh, I don't like it. I want to use the TikTok voice, but then I couldn't. I had already made the whole video because I didn't make it in TikTok. So I was like, I'm not gonna do the whole thing over again. But yeah.
So I do know that CapCut has like the audios that you can do, like Jesse's voice, and there's some of them that you can do.
Oh, in CapCut?
In CapCut, but like you can't do like the jokester voice or whatever the guy.
One?
The Pixter, yeah.
That's my favorite one.
I know. It's the best one.
I love it.
I don't think I've seen that one. So yeah, you do have to do it in TikTok. Honestly, I do most videos in TikTok just because it's easier. And
like you edit it in TikTok?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And then to get it off of TikTok. I mean, it's UGC. Like that's the thing. It doesn't need to be like this whole overly produced thing. So I do it in there. And then when I go to like preview it, you can preview it with most of the screen, right? Yeah. I'll just screen record that and then chop it up, like put the size. Yeah. That's what I do. I don't. You can also do it in CapCut. Like CapCut has a way to film it the same way as TikTok, like where you can stop and start it. I don't know. It's just something about TikTok, though.
Yeah, I mean, stick with what you're comfortable with. I mean, I'm like getting used to CapCut, but I'm like seeing where it's kind of like, oh, I need to be on TikTok for this and CapCut for that, and that makes things a little longer too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I think sometimes like when you're gonna do like talking head videos, like if you are just kind of gonna ramble a little bit and then chop out the best parts of it, it's best to just record it on your thing and then chop it up on CapCut. Like it just depends.
Yeah. I don't know.
I do both of them too. I kind of switch between CapCut and TikTok, whatever works for the project. I have found that it is easier to like write the script beforehand. So like if you like for example, you know, you're gonna do like, you know, that water bottle, right? And you want to do it at the gym, you write like, you know, opening hook, right? And then B-roll at the gym with a voiceover, what you're gonna say in the voiceover, like doing a squat, taking a sip of the water, like putting it down, focus on the bottle, like, and then that way you just film it all and put it into CapCut, like in the order that it's going to be. That way you're not like bouncing around and all that kind of stuff. Like that's how I like to record.
Because so you'll say like hook and then like B-roll of like doing this exercise, picking up water bottle, taking a drink, but you don't like write down like what you're going to say. Like you think about what to say after it's all like filmed.
If I know, if I'm going to script it out, I'll show you how I do it. If I'm going to script it out, I write down what I'm going to say and everything. What's this called? Creative. Oh, hold on. I'm on. Brief template. Where are you? Here we go. So it's simple as that. Audio, visual, text, if I'm going to put a text. I don't do this anymore. I used to do this, but this takes up too much time. I just put it in when I put it in, or I usually just put the caption. But audio, this is what I'm going to say, and this is what I'm going to be doing. This is going to be like talking to the screen, you know, what I'm going to say, and then the action that I'm doing. More of what I'm going to say, and zoom into a 360. Or if it's a B-roll, I'll put another one, B-roll of the water bottle.
Oh.
And it makes it super easy. And like,
yeah, I had it like divided it by those 3.
Yeah,
but that might make like help me in my head, like
yeah,
keep it organized.
I can send you this. Do you want this?
Yeah.
With
email jpenna.
There you go. Share anyway. Yeah, so that's what I mean, I don't do it so much anymore because now I just have it down, but in the beginning that helped me so much to like you said, like organize it into this is what it, and then it also prevents like filming like a whole bunch of stuff that you don't need and you're not going to use because I used to do that a lot too. Yeah. Like that, and like that you could just go, like if it's a water bottle at the gym, you just go to the gym. No, I need to get like these 3, 4, 5 shots and then be done with it. Like you don't sit there and like record the whole, you know, workout. I mean, unless you want to, but I used to find myself with like 20 minutes of film and I'm like, oh my God, now I got to cut this down to 30 seconds. So
yeah, I've been having, it's like 4 or 5 minutes. I'm like, oh my gosh, like it takes a lot of time to cut it down.
Exactly.
So yeah.
That's going to help you a lot, like doing that creative brief beforehand. So I wanted to show you a way to look for brands to pitch to. I mean, if you do get to that point, but this is a way that, I mean, I got 2 long-term clients like this, and it's not something that's very common. I don't hear a lot of people talking about it. And it's going through Indeed.com or like Monster.com, like just a website like that. And the beauty of this is that people are already on here. You know that they're looking for. You know that they're looking for it. I'm going to show you how. So you type in remote wear. It's a remote job. And then you type in something like content creator or TikTok specialist or something like that. And you start just looking through all these jobs, like these guys, a social media content creator. This is a content creator. This is optimization of websites. Here you go, a content creator, video content creator. Here you go. And some of these are like, so like, for example, this one, let's say something, no, that one's weird. Let me find a good one. Here you go, something like this. So here you know that they're looking for somebody, it's a TikTok shop, and they're looking for a creator to make stuff for them. So they're saying $30, $60 an hour, right? So you go into their store. Look, this is what they're asking for. Confident in front of camera, URL to your TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, previous streaming experience in live streaming if you wanted to do live streaming, which actually it's heading there. So like definitely consider it. But the idea
How would you like submit previous experience? Like, or you just say what your previous experience has been?
well, so here's the thing. You're not gonna apply through here. You're gonna go and find what this brand is. Now Don't Power US. Okay, usually you click on the name there. Website. Usually they have like a website. And if they don't, you just use good old Google. Nano Power US. Okay, look, they're posting it all over the place. Paid influencer posting, like they need it. So the idea is you want to find them. You can even find them here on TikTok. The idea is to find them outside of Indeed and pitch to them there, because don't even mention that you saw them on Indeed though. Like that, you know that they're looking for an influencer, or in this case, a content creator. In this case, it's an influencer, but you would look for one that's looking for a content creator. Say, hey, you know, I'm a content creator, and just pitch to them. Like I saw that you don't say that. Sorry. I'm a content creator and I, you know, have a good understanding of social media trends. I'm confident in front of the camera. And I think that I could help you create content by XYZ. This is where you do a little bit of that research that you did, you know, by looking at their competitors or whatever. This one's a little bit complicated, but I mean, you can find easier ones. I'm just not going to go through the whole time. And you shoot them the email. And the beauty of this is that it's a win-win for them because they don't have to pay you like an employee. They can pay you as a freelancer. And it's a win for you because you're going to get the job. I mean, you're standing apart, first of all, from all those Indeed.com ones. And you're pitching yourself in a way that already taps on all the points that they want. So they're going to be like, oh my God, this girl's reading our mind. And they won't know that you went in and read the Indeed and they know what they're looking for already, right? So I got
smart.
Yeah, I got 2 long-term clients
smart.
like that. And it's like a guarantee. They're gonna be like so happy that you went in there and, you know, messaged them because they're looking for it. And again, they don't have to pay you like an employee. So it's like good for them. You could type in something else like TikTok creator, maybe. Here you go, TikTok content creator. Let's see.
Also, like, I know you mentioned you work with apps. Like, how have you landed your app deals that you have so far? Like, have they been inbounds or did you reach out?
Yeah, they're all inbounds.
Oh, so they were like, they saw your like non-app videos and just saw like your potential and were like, hey, we want you to do this, but for apps.
Right.
Or like,
let me think back. Let me look and see where my first app was. Hold on, because I have them all written down here. Somewhere. And I'll tell you what the first app was and how it came. Oh, okay. So the first app was through through Upwork.
huh.
I think I applied to it. Yeah, I applied to it and I got it. And I did one video for them and it turned into a long-term partnership. I worked with them for 3 months. Yeah, I worked with them for 3 months. So
Nice.
if I were you, I wouldn't discount Upwork.
Yeah.
Just go in there and like just apply like with whatever credits you have. You don't have to get more credits for it. Just apply for it.
What's the longest you've had like a long-term client for? Like, I usually hear people say 3 months, but does it go longer than that?
So I have a partnership now that I've had like kind of on and off since August. I would consider it a long-term thing, but like they're not paying me monthly. They're just paying me per project, but they keep coming back every few weeks, like, you know, every 3 weeks, 4 weeks, they come back. So that's technically a long-term client. They're just not like a retainer. So there's a difference there, I guess, the retainers and the long-term people. Retainers are like, oh, we'll pay you, you know, $2,000 a month for 3 months or whatever the case may be. And those are nice because, you know, you're getting $2,000 a month.
That is what I'm trying to get to. Like,
Well, so that's how
That's
I got the 2 on Indeed like that. This one I actually think is a really, now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah, like I'm trying to have like those retainers where I know I'm gonna make 2K for making X amount of videos.
X amount of videos. Yeah. That's the best way to go. I mean, you get 3 of those, 2K making what, 10, 15 videos a month for 3 brands. That's $6,000 a month. That's a salary.
Yes.
So real quick, I think this one may be a good one. They're doing 20 to 25. So you also know how much their budget is, like how much they're willing to spend.
So it says 20. So when it says 20 to 25 an hour, but for UGC creators, like we pay for like for the project. So
right. So you just do it kind of like yourself. Let's say it takes you 3 hours to do a video from concept research and everything. It's gonna take less, but let's say 25. Let's say they're charging, let's say $75 per video. I would put it at like $100 per video. Like this is what they're saying, $20 to $25. But I mean, you play it. Really, you can tell them whatever you want. I would do this one at around $100 per video, and maybe pitch it like you'd pitch it in a bundle type thing. Be like, I can do like 5 videos or 10 videos for the month for $800 or something like that. That puts it around $75 per video, which is actually really good.
So that's like I know when I get to that phase, like I see like so many creators and like posting on TikTok and everything about how they like I feel like it's all about upselling. It's like, okay, you have this one like flat rate, but then you charged for like revisions or extra hooks or like bundles. And for me, I'm like, I wonder like when do I kind of say that? Is it like when I'm doing my first pitch, or like after they're like, oh yeah, we want to do 1 video with you, and then I'm like, all right, well actually if you want to do 5 with me instead, it'll be cheaper. It'll be this for the month, but it'll be cheaper than this 1 video would. Like,
That's exactly what I do. So if people, usually they'll straight up ask like, what are your rates? And I will give them like a little breakdown. I'll be like, 1 video is $250 with 2 hooks, right? But if you want to do 3 videos with 2 hooks each, is a total of 6 videos. I can do that for, how much did I do that for?
Okay.
$650, I think, or something like that. So it comes out less than the 1 video, and they have a lot of variation for it. So, and then filming hooks is like super easy. That's the easiest way to upsell, is selling different hooks, because they're so easy. You just change out the first 3 seconds. And then after you work with them, you would say something like, I offer whitelisting, or I offer Spark ads for an extra, $100 a month, $150.
And do you say that all in that first, like that main thing, or you let them respond? And then
the first one, I'll send out like a few options for them. Be like, 1 video for this much, 3 videos for this much, 5 videos for this much.
Yeah.
I also do like monthly packages, or whatever.
Okay.
And then usually I'll do the whitelisting or Spark ads after I deliver the videos, because they may not have thought of it until you deliver it. And then
like after you've delivered it, like without watermarks and everything, you could then say, oh, I also offer whitelisting or Spark ads. And
exactly. That's like a super easy upsell.
How often do you do that? Like whitelisting and Spark?
It's like super easy and super free. I mean, it's like free money, because at least the way that I do it, I'd say I do like 1 a month, and that's like at least 1 a month. I'm doing one right now. They haven't started running it yet. And it's awesome because, especially on TikTok, actually on all of them, you can do something called dark posting, which is a Spark ad. Like they're doing whitelisting through your account, but you don't have to put the ad on your feed. So it could be for anything.
So it's like you whitelisted it, but you didn't, because then it doesn't show up on your
It
feed.
Doesn't show up on your feed, but when it runs, like in the world, it's gonna show like if it's from your account.
Oh, okay.
And it's just gonna say that little square paid sponsorship at the bottom. So for some reason that seems to boost ads more on TikTok. So brands like to do that, at least the brands that know about it. So I always try to pitch it not always. I'll do it like if I had like a good relationship with the brand and I want to help them out, or I think that they'll take me up on it.
Because then that's more money for you. Like you're helping them, but
Exactly. It's easy money too, because I don't even have to post it on my page.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited. So whenever like that day comes, I'm definitely gonna be like, Denise.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's so
like
easy.
when you send a text to a boy and you're like, oh my gosh,
What
like,
do I
did
say?
send
Yes.
this? Yes, that's how I'm gonna feel.
Okay. Yes, do it, please. And I will totally also be say this, and this.
Yes. They're gonna be like, wow, she's like, she has
She legit knows.
yes, she knows how to talk and how to respond. Yay, I'm excited.
Yeah, I know. That's a lot of it too. Like at the beginning, I mean, this is gonna help you, with your confidence, obviously, because at the beginning, like I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I didn't know what I was responding. I said yes to everything, and like
Yeah.
I did a $15 job, I did a $30 job, I did a $25 job, and like with unlimited usage rights, and like it was a hot mess. But if I know that if I had just been able to have that confidence to negotiate a little bit, or just even know, like you don't know what you don't know. So if I had just known a little bit, those could have been paid deals. So
yeah,
bigger paid deals. So yeah, so even when you get hit up with like a gifted opportunity, let me know, because we can turn that into a paid opportunity.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll be letting you know, because hopefully this week with me like posting more videos and on Twitter, I'll start having like messages, and then I'll like let you know like what they are. Hopefully
Yes,
this
you will.
week. Yes.
Yes, post on Twitter, and you'll get an inbound. And yeah, so here's my, I mean, just in case I don't answer right away, my take on gifted opportunities. If it's a brand that, seems legit and you like it, I would take it. Like I always take it. At the beginning I took all the gifted opportunities because you can over deliver, and they'll want to work with you again. Most of the time, so here's what I see with brands that do gifted opportunities. Usually they're trying to see if a creator like resonates with their audience. And that's totally valid, because now that I've been on the brand side, some creators just don't hit with the audience, and it's nothing on the creator. It's just maybe you're the wrong demographic, or
Yeah.
just something about you did not resonate with the audience, which is fine. And so they like to test it first, and then if it goes well, they'll keep going and they'll keep coming back to you. So I always take it, and I would, like if they say one video, deliver them 3 videos and be like, hey, choose your favorite one, or you can have all 3 of them for like $100 or something like that, because it's much lower than what you would normally charge, but at least it's something and it's not completely free. And then they get more videos at a lower cost, and you get more money. You get paid from something that would have been gifted.
Ooh, I'm writing that down.
Yeah, that's an easy way to do it. I have never had anyone turn that down. They've always come back like and negotiated a lower cost even, but I'll usually just let them have it because it was going to be free. Free versus, at least some money. I'd rather take some money. I think I've only had like 2 brands be like, no thanks. Like since I started doing that, and I do it. Well, I don't do gifted much anymore, but in the beginning I was doing a lot of gifted.
Right.
And
okay, so it seems like with, I mean, gifted and maybe in general, like over deliver. Do you ever do that with brands that are already paying you? Like they're paying you for one, right? And you go ahead and make more.
Oh yeah,
like, yeah. And then you like watermark them and send them, and then
yeah, for sure. Especially if it's a brand that I like. Sometimes I'll even send it without watermark, and I'll just be like, hey, here's some extra videos that I made, and they'll come back for more. Usually brands, it's like human nature. I forgot what it's called. I read about it the other day. Like you want to reciprocate. When somebody gives you a gift, you want to reciprocate. So if you give them extra, brands will be like, oh man, she's cool to work with because she gives us extra stuff. And you don't have to do that every time, but as long as you get them once and on the hook, they'll come back to you. So that's an awesome way to do it. You don't even have to do it like with video, because maybe video takes too much time. You could do it with just the hook. You could do it with photos, like send them extra photos, like be like, hey, I took like these 5 pictures, use them if you want. And that's like that takes no time at all. So
do you do a lot of photos personally? Videos. I feel like videos. I'm not a big photo girl. I prefer video.
Yeah, I just haven't been asked. I offer it, and sometimes they'll ask like, can you throw in a couple photos, and I'll be like, yeah, sure. But it's not really a package that myself, but I don't really I don't upsell it either, but I feel like you should. Like it's an easy upsell.
Yeah.
Like I can do like 10 photos for like $50. Like, yeah. It's worth it because like you already have the product, you already have it out. All you got to do is like shoot it. Like you don't even need to. That's the thing with UGC. People get like really hung up about making it beautiful and aesthetic and all this stuff. Like no, it's UGC. Take a picture of it on your desktop, but with your other crap, like, I mean, nicely, but
yeah,
it doesn't have to be that overproduced. So, yeah, I do. I mean, like, I don't think I've ever exclusively done photos, but there's some people that do. I know like 3 creators that do mostly photos. So
works for them.
yeah, I mean, and like particularly with UGC, like I hardly take photos of well, sometimes I'll take photos of myself with the product, but mostly it's just the product, like in the environment, and they put it up on their Instagram or whatever, and yeah, cool.
Yes. I'm excited to get some messages and let you know.
Tag more brands.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, cool. We got like 10 minutes. You got any other questions, thoughts, comments, concerns?
So I know this is like I'm thinking ahead kind of question.
Okay.
It's about like taxes. I know it's like really boring.
Oh no. Let's go. This is a good one. I've talked to my
Okay.
CPA about this up and down and left and right. So
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't even know where to start on this question. Kind of like, so when I have someone who's gonna pay me, right? I'm gonna send them my Stripe invoice. They pay me, right? Like, do I receive a 1099 like as a
you might.
freelancer?
Some companies do, some companies don't.
Like, would that be from Stripe or like where's that coming from?
The company. It'll come from the company.
Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. So
Mhm.
every company you would work with?
No, they don't. They don't always. So really with taxes, it's a self-reporting thing. So keeping it organized is your best bet. Like, because some companies will send you the 1099, some won't. You can get it from Stripe and PayPal, but companies that pay you over $600 should send you one automatically.
Right.
But
Yeah. So if you make more than 600, then I should most probably be getting a 1099. But if it's no,
they don't follow up with that.
don't they have to legally though? Like how do
not? I don't know. I haven't received many from last year, so I don't know.
Oh shoot. Okay, so some companies send 1099, some don't. So when you say like keep track of everything, so what what does that mean?
Yeah. So I will show you how I do it. So I would open up a completely new bank account for your business only, right? And then you're going to want to put down how much you charged for it, how much they paid for it, and what fees were taken from it. Because, you know, the ACH, which is like the credit card processing fees, get removed and all that. And then you just keep your profit. So that's as simple as you need to keep it. Like, you don't need to go crazy with it. And then if you're going to be using like Stripe, that's why I stick to 1 or 2 payment platforms. Don't go crazy because then you're going to have to pull it up in all of those. But here's the beauty of having the one bank account. You can attach it to QuickBooks. Yeah, the one bank account. You can attach it to QuickBooks and then just make sure that everything for the business gets paid in there. And QuickBooks will keep a track of all your expenses and all your fees and everything. And it's a beautiful thing to just send your profit and loss report to your CPA, or if you're going to do it yourself, it's everything written down there. Let me see if I can show you mine. I use a program called Wave app.
So with Stripe, you said Stripe may send you a 1099, but they may not, just like the brands may or may not. Or is it that I go on Stripe and I like click on something and I download it?
Stripe has it like on there. You can click it and get going with it.
Okay. And then I would make a bank account for my business only and attach that bank account to QuickBooks. And then QuickBooks keeps track of everything. So when like the Excel sheet you just showed me, like that's also you keeping track besides QuickBook keeping track, like you're doing it like on top of.
Yes. Yeah. Because I don't like, I mean, QuickBooks can do it and it does it easily. I don't like it because I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to have that like backup, like if anything.
Yeah. Let me see real quick if I can pop into mine so you can see it real quick. But yeah, just shoot. Ugh. I can't sign into it. I'll see if I can show it later. But yeah, just keep it. I mean, it's not hard to do. You just go in and you keep it, you see what you got paid. The way to get the fees is pretty simple. You just put in the cost of it and then you see what you got paid through Stripe. And it'll just, you can automatically take out the fees. So like if you have a $300 project, Stripe is going to take like whatever percentage it takes, maybe like $10 or something like that. So you would get paid $290. So that's how much you kept. And then the fees is an expense. And then you just keep track of
the $10 fee from Stripe is an expense.
Yeah. That's because you didn't get that. You had to pay it to get that money. So it's an expense. And then you just keep track of all the programs that you're using. Like if you have an email, your website, what else?
Yeah, like anything you might have to pay
Anything,
for.
yeah, anything you have to pay. And then if you shop on Amazon for anything for your business, make sure you use the debit card for that company, for your business. And then the beauty also of that is you can like pay yourself monthly, like from that. You can say, I'm gonna give myself, like $3,000 a month or $4,000 a month, and then leave the rest of it in the business. That way it's still kind of separate. And
for savings and or for tax season when you have to pay stuff.
Yeah, for whatever for anything, for any expenses, anything that comes up. And it just makes it really clear. Like, don't go using your debit card like to go buy lunch or to buy a pair of shoes or whatever. Like, delineate that money, that $4,000 for yourself, pull it out, and that's your money every month. Or if you want more, make sure it's, pay yourself whatever you want to pay yourself, but make sure you take it out of the account and put it into your personal account. That way it doesn't get confused with like, oh my gosh, with what's a personal expense and what's a business expense. So basically just everything on the business in that account.
Oh, so then at the end of the year, when you make the report, you know that everything is just business. And you said it's called the profit and loss report. And that's what you sent to your CPA.
Yeah, that'll be in QuickBooks. Your CPA, the tax people will ask for it, but it also makes it really easy to just do it yourself, like with it, because it's, you'll see exactly how much you made. You'll see how much, your expenses and all that. So it makes it really easy to do it yourself if you want to. It's really not complicated to do if you're making like under 75,000. You don't even have to worry about, you can. To protect yourself, like LLC or like
that was my next question. Like, what's the difference between like sole proprietor and like LLC, and when should we do that stuff? Like,
yeah,
I want to have my bank, but yeah.
Okay, so real quick, someone here asked, is it a business bank account or just a personal bank account? I would go ahead and just make it a business bank account from the get-go. They're the same thing. It's just one is labeled business and one is labeled personal. So go ahead and make it a business bank account from the get-go. So a sole proprietorship is right now what you're doing. If you go out, you get your brand deal, it's going to be sole proprietorship. You're going to be taxed like all this money is your money, essentially. An LLC stands for limited liability company, and that just gives you a layer of protection in case, let's say, a brand wants to sue you for using, I don't know, like a copyrighted sound or something like that. Your contract should protect you from that. But in case for some reason they can't, it goes through your contract and they try to come after you, they can't like take your car and your house and your bank accounts. Like, it stops at the company. Like, whatever the company has, like say you have $6,000 in the company and they want to sue you for like $4,000, they can take that from the company, but not from you. Like, they can't take it from you. So an LLC adds a layer of protection. as far as tax benefits, an LLC and a sole proprietorship are taxed the same way. So it doesn't really matter until you start making like around 75,000 plus a year. Then you can consider getting your LLC, and then you have to talk to a CPA because it gets really complicated. You can tax it in a different way where your company is your company and you are an employee of your company, like even though you're the only, so that gets complicated. But you like my CPA advised, like he's like, don't worry about it till you get like to the higher end of that, which you could do in a year. So
yeah, I just want to make sure, like, if I need to open an LLC in the beginning that I do, because I feel like a lot of times, I feel like I hear that often. So you start a business, like open your LLC, like open a business. You know,
you don't. I mean, you can because it offers you that protection, and it's not that expensive to do. I think in Florida it's like $145, so it's not too bad. It's a write-off.
Yeah.
And like it allows you to start building credit for your business. If in the future, say you want to take out a loan for something, or you want to buy a car in your business's name, or you want to buy a house in your business's name, like it's cool to have it, but it's not like a requirement to get started. Like you don't need it at all.
Oh, okay.
And and then as far as tax purposes, like it's going to be taxed the same way. So you don't need to worry about it.
On Stripe, I think I saw when you send the invoice, like it's going to include the Stripe fee. And I was wondering if like I include it to where like it discounts me, or I include it on top of, like, let's say a video is 100 and the fee's 10. Would I send the invoice for 110 so then I still get paid 100, or just 100 and then I get paid 90? But then at the end of the day, you said that that's a write-off.
Yeah, you could do it either way. If you're gonna tack on the plus tax, make sure in your contract it just says 110 plus processing fee or whatever. Plus payment process.
Or so like $100 like for the rate of the video plus
the process. You could just say the Stripe processing fee. You could just say for the payment processing fee.
Okay, so you could do it either way.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if brands wouldn't like oh well, we said it was going to be 100 and now your invoice is 111 or something.
Well, I think that's why putting it in your contract is going to make it clear. And if they don't like that, then they can choose to pay you like direct deposit, which is even better because it goes straight to your bank. Or if they say something, then you can eat it. Just eat the cost. It's fine. But yeah, it's up to you. You do it however you want to do it. I mean, yeah, I like direct deposit.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't gotten paid, so I don't know like all the different ways, but so they just deposit
just goes straight to your bank. And that's another beauty of having your business bank account, because you're not giving them your personal information. You're giving them the business account. Yeah. And you can even empty out your business bank account if you want. Just make sure you put it into your personal. Like, don't spend anything that is not business related on your business debit card or business bank account. Like, that'll make your taxes, I swear, like infinitely easier at the end of the year. Like, it's going to be like all the expense, everything negative there is a business expense or a payment to myself. That's it.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm glad I asked this because I don't need to know right now, but it's something I was wondering. I'm like, oh, do I need to have an LLC right now? So yeah, I needed to know that. But oh my gosh, it's already been an hour. Thank you.
You're welcome. No worries. Definitely keep posting. Post on Twitter. That's your homework. And go browse through Indeed and see if you don't see anything. And I would apply to a few jobs on Upwork too. Just to throw it out there, just to start getting a feel. I mean, it doesn't take long. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Denise. Thank you so much.
All right. We'll meet next week, right? Yeah. Next week's good.
Yes.
And have a great rest of your week then.
You too. Bye.
Bye.